is Lillian E. Mitchum, and welcome to Lillian's World Comedy Podcast. Relax, take your seat, and let's get this thing right. My country 'tis a big, sweet land of liberty for all to vote. Well, as you can see or not see, I voted. And when I voted, I had my license, my social security card, and my passport. Repeat. My country 'tis a big, sweet land of liberty for all eternity. Let freedom ring. Laugh not loud. Well, when I got there, and I've been there before, so another time, because when you can vote early, what they said is that you could go to any poll to vote, and I did. I went to this poll that I went a few years back, but when I got there, which was kind of strange to me, they asked for my name 3 times. They asked my date of birth, my social security card, my 4-digit social security number. Now, to me, that was strange because somewhere along the line, it should have been already on your roster. And after I gave all that information, do you know what? They still could not find me on their roster. So I thought to myself, well, maybe I should take a breathing test so they'll know that I'm still alive. And man, I recall back in the day when I was a kid, and I didn't know about voting, but I knew my mother and my aunts, when the time came, they voted. As we got older, me, my cousins, my sister, they always said, vote because your vote counts. People died so you can vote. It's very important that you vote. And so I did. All these years I voted. I never encountered this many problems. And I'm an older person to go through this just to vote early. When I finally got into the voting poll booth, and before then, I wanted to ask questions because on television you would see a whole lot of different candidates, and they would get up there and say, well, vote for me, the price of eggs is going to go down, your health care is going to be okay, I'm not like this candidate, I'm not like that candidate, this candidate voted for this person, they took money, this person took money, and for me, they all were smooth talking shit, not saying nothing. But still, at least, I knew I had to vote. Because my mom told me this is what we supposed to do. So when I went into the polling booth, I stood up there because they gave me the card. Finally, I was able to vote. And I looked at the card. When I looked at the card, they got up there and it was so many names on that card. I would think, from what I saw on television, it was like maybe 1 or 2 that was constantly, maybe they had the money, that was constantly saying, okay, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. So in the categories, I thought it would only be maybe 1 or 2 people to vote for. Because I was trying to remember the names that sound familiar and I feel would do justice for me and my family and my friends and the community. But when you look at the categories, and it's like a whole listing of people to vote for, I got confused. And I didn't want to do any, meeny, mighty, mo, catch a tail by the toe, because that means I'm screwed, you screwed, my kids screwed, and the community is screwed. So I'm sitting up there looking at the ballot. And while I'm looking at this ballot, I was constantly still thinking about my mom and my aunt and trying to do right and think about Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, and all the people that died or fought so we can vote. So I did. I turned around and I voted. But in my mind kept on saying, well, you know good and well, these people can only do what they allow them to do. So in essence, many of them they talking smooth and talking shit. But still at least, you gotta vote. And I did. I did. I just went and voted. Remember the names that I knew, and I did. I gave the ballot to the people. They looked at me. I shook my head. They said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I don't know." But I was so damn confused because I just don't think that these people, well, I think a few of them, let me digress, because I think a few of them will do good. Many of them, and I pray that they will serve the community. I hope it's not about power, greed, and the money, and it's more about the people. So the moral of this story is, do your homework for November election. The ones that's talking loud and talking shit, just rule them out. The one that's for that guy, you know not to vote for them. I don't care if it's black or white. Don't vote for them. Because it's all, I don't know who, it's all about greed. And we need people that's going to vote for us. Let me say this too. I'm going to show you how bad things are. I went to the store 4 times. This is how bad things are now. When I went to the store on 4 times, 4 different occasions, 2 stories, it was a young, maybe 3 young guys and an older lady. And all of them was stealing from the store. And they walked out the store like they bought the items. And they looked at each person as though to say, I dare you to stop. I froze in my tracks because usually you'll see one person stealing out the store. But how do you go to the store and at 4 different times you see 4 different people stealing out of 4 different stores? This country, I'm sorry to say, the price of eggs has not went down, nor had the price of gas. So please, 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 do your homework. Check, do your research, and make sure that the people that you're voting for are going to represent. And I'm sorry to be repeats and sound redundant, but this is how important this is to me. Because it frightened me. It really frightened me. So on that note, please vote in November. God bless. And please like, share, comment, and also subscribe. Yours truly. Peace out and vote.